Welcome, everyone. My name is Shawn Jones, and I'm the CEO of the Inetrepreneur Network. And today I'm excited because I have an incredible individual. Her business, her focus, and her passion is all centered around mindset. I have with me today Krys Pappius with Krys Pappius Mindset Coach. Krys, welcome.
Glad to be here, Shawn. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So, Krys, before we dive into your business and what you're doing to help others with their mindset, I always love our audience to get to know the person behind the business. So just kind of give us that 30-foot view of who is Krys.
My purpose in life is to make people feel seen, heard, and valued, that they matter and that their life matters. And that's the foundation of my coaching practice. I have a great life. I enjoy life. I do what I want, but it wasn't always like that. And in the early 2000s, I was well into my career as a police officer. I had gone into the work because I really wanted to make a difference. And the truth was that although I had all the trappings of success, I had a house, car, and all of that, but the truth was that the inside my soul was slowly dying. And in fact, I was actually quite bored with life. It had lost its spark. And it came to a head in early 2003. I was in a very serious car crash. And it was one of those where the car, was in motion for some time, and I knew I might not survive it. And what I felt was a great deal of sadness. Sadness because of all the dreams that owning all the dreams that I had let collect dust, all the things that I had said no to in life, and the fact that I really didn't feel that I had made a difference. And I promised myself that if I survived, that my goal was to create a life that where I did make a difference, where I did contribute in a way that I felt reflected my heart. And obviously I survived, clearly. And took 15 months to recover mentally, physically from all the injuries. Went back to work, put on my uniform, and my heart just sank because I knew I was walking back into the life that I had to already acknowledge was not working for me. So that's when my journey started to really implement changes.
And now you have your business. So how long have you had your mindset coaching practice for?
I've been doing this for about 5 years. Going from law enforcement to entrepreneur was a huge shift. And I took a lot of bad advice. I made a lot of mistakes. I think a lot of entrepreneurs can relate to that. And now I'm on track and I'm enjoying myself.
That's incredible. What a journey. And first of all, thank you for the service that you've provided, because over the years as a police officer, you have helped and touched so many lives. And now you have your own business that is, again, helping others in a different way, but yet still maybe in similar ways. So share with us your mindset coaching. First of all, I think if you could share with us, what does that mean about mindset?
In my world, our mindset is all the beliefs we have about the world, how it works, and our place in it. And those beliefs are ingrained in us at a very, very young age. Some overtly, some not so, subtly. It's not because anybody had ill will towards us, for the most part. It's because people can only teach their kids what they know. The result is we start living our life the way others think we should. We live our life trying to meet the expectations of others. We do what we should do. And what that ignores is our heart. So we have this worldview that is the totality of all the messages we've been exposed to since we were children. But it's just somebody's opinion. Not good enough, don't deserve it, all of these is just someone's opinion that got ingrained in us. So mindset adjustment simply means identifying those beliefs, debunking the ones that are standing in the way between us and our dream, and replace it with a truth of what we're really capable of what our possibilities are. Excuse me, instead of just focusing on what's out of reach.
Mhm.
That's for mindset, that's what it is to me. It's just the totality of the beliefs we have about how the world works. And for the most part, it's not true.
Absolutely. A lot of us are shaped by our circumstances. I mean, that's really what it
Conditioning.
is. And it starts at an early age. And even if for some where they've had, a solid family upbringing, the traditional 2-parent household, 2.5 kids and the little fur baby. And over time, as we mature through our own adulthood experiences, we now have a new set of parameters that are shaping our belief system. So it's always changing, and factors come and go. When you work with clients, tell us, what type of clients do you typically work with?
Typically, it's women who are 40, 45 plus, who are, they've been into a career for a length of time. The career is losing its spark. They're starting to go through changes. I mean, there's the obvious physical changes. There's also the life changes. When we start getting to that age, 45, 50, we start facing our own mortality. We start realizing that we're getting closer to the end than the beginning. Time is starting to run out. And what are we going to do with this? Relationships, long-term relationships often come to an end in midlife. I don't know what the statistics are today, but they're pretty high. If we have children, kids are leaving home, we're empty nesters. Careers that used to have a real spark for us, it's starting to lose the spark. And I believe that this is a natural human progression, that we come to a point in life where we start looking back and wondering, is this all there is? I was fortunate that I was facing a near-death experience, and it was a shock to my system. Often we hear in the news people who go through traumatic events, whatever that may be, they rise to the occasion and they go on to do amazing things with their life. We don't have to wait. We can do it on our own time. So when I'm working with someone who's in that age, who's starting to ask questions, I start off by saying, what do you want? It is amazing to me when I ask women, what is it that you really want in life? Often the answer is, I don't know. I've always been doing what I should be doing. I don't know what my heart wants. So I help them tap into that and create a vision. What would my ideal life look like? And then we start looking at the mindset. What are the beliefs that are holding you back? What are the beliefs that are telling you all the reasons you can't have what you want? And then we debunk them. And for the most part, like I said, it's just somebody's opinion that got ingrained.
Mhm.
And then it's take action.
And would you agree that in some cases, individuals, they may know what their heart is yearning for. They can see it, but then they have that head trash that comes into play, and those fears come into play. They can hear that little monkey on the shoulder right over here, just talking and talking and talking away. For you and the clients that you work with, would you say that your clients have a combination of fear and the I don't knows? Are they more the I'm not sures? Or do you find a lot of fear holds people back with your clients when they come to you?
I think it's the whole gamut. It's the whole gamut. I think at the heart of everything is fear.
Mhm.
Whatever that, what will they think? What will I do? One client had a very successful multiple six-figure business, dreamed of taking that business in another direction, but was afraid. What would they think? Will I lose this all? It was very much stuck in the either or mindset. So we peeled back away, found out exactly what the source of that was, and it made complete sense in her story. It made sense, but it wasn't true.
Yeah.
You know, the beliefs weren't true, and didn't lose this incredibly solid foundation of a business that she had, pursued her dream to pivot in another direction, very successful, and is enjoying life somewhere in another part of the world right now, living the dream, you know, while still having that foundation. And it doesn't have to be anything big like that. Another client recently who was just stuck, who doesn't have big dreams, but this was not working and did not know what possibilities she had. I helped her tap into her purpose, and I'm happy to say that she, in her case, it was appropriate, which is not always appropriate. In her case, it was appropriate to leave the work she was in and to dive into something new. She was able to, and again, life is now an adventure for her.
Yeah,
These are the
absolutely.
things that I live for.
You can definitely hear when you're sharing about some of your clients, the passion, I mean, the joy that you have from what you do. Now, mindset, that's kind of a newer terminology that's really been coming out more and more over the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years, maybe go as far as 5. But for some people, they're not quite sure what to expect, or they have a lack of understanding of what happens, what is a process when you work with someone who is a mindset coach. You know, is it still woo-hooey, if you will, although it's not. There is a lot of science-based facts. There's a lot to it. When you work with your clients, what type of exercises or tools or techniques do you use to help your clients peel back their layers?
Yes, I have tools and techniques. I have questionnaires that I know work. Ultimately, the bottom line is I am not an expert on anybody. My clients are experts on themselves. Their answers are within them. They know their answers. The answers are just buried under these layers of beliefs, experiences, all those reasons that they think they can't have what they want. And my job as a coach is not to diagnose, because you're not broken. It's not to tell you what to do, because I'm not the expert. I invite you to listen to what you're saying. So I will reflect back to you, what is it that you're saying? And then I'll have a conversation with you. I may have tools which help elicit your answers, but it's not magic. My system of vision, minds, beliefs, and massive action, I'm not special. It's what I use to turn my life around. I'm not a special person. I'm not. It's the process. That's where the magic is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be, you know, Einsteinian intelligence. It's got nothing. We are, each of us, I believe, are born with a purpose. I believe our purpose is to share our unique gifts with the world for the betterment of all. Yes, for some, their unique gifts have them, you know, flying to the moon. And for others, it's, I don't know, becoming doctors or lawyers. And you know what, for a lot of people, it's simply acknowledging those who walk the planet, to let them be seen and heard. When I'm talking to a homeless person and offering to buy them a meal, I'm fulfilling my purpose just as much as when I take a multiple six-figure entrepreneur and help them tap into their purpose so that they can now bring that into their business and take it to the next level. It doesn't have to be huge, it's small.
Yeah.
For people, and it's just acknowledging that we're people and interacting and connecting as people.
Krys, when you work with clients, do you work one-on-one or do you offer the group coaching?
At this point, I do one-on-one coaching. I like interacting with one person. I like giving people my entire attention. What the future holds, we'll see. For now, it's one-on-one.
That's beautiful. Krys, if somebody would like to talk to you and schedule a discovery session with Krys Pappius, Mindset Coach, how can they get in contact with you?
Very easy. They can just go to my website, which is just KrysPappius.com, and they will be given the opportunity to book a call with me. You can also go to chatwithkrys.com, which will take you directly to my calendar, and you can book a time that suits you. Conversations with me have no strings attached. If I can help you, if we decide that we can work together and I can help you, that's great. Regardless, at the end of our conversation together, you are going to walk away with clarity around what you want, why you want it, and what's standing in your way and what your next step is. And if I can be a part of that next step, great. If not, you will definitely have information that will help you move forward.
Wonderful. Well, Krys, I want to thank you so much for your time, and thank you again for your service of serving the communities, and for all the help that you're giving to individuals, showing them what they really have within themselves. So Krys, thank you again for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Shawn, for the opportunity to get my message out there.
For those of you who have just watched, I interviewed Krys Pappius. She is the owner of Krys Pappius Mindset Coaching. She is also one of the speakers at the upcoming Art of Connection Global Summit on September 22nd, 2022. If you would like to find out more information about Krys, you can go right to the website at www.artofconnectionsummit.com.